Welcome to Face Off. I'm your host, Jason Pelligra. Before we begin, don't forget to find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Follow us. And more importantly, subscribe if you haven't already to our YouTube channel. Hit the notifications tab and don't forget to comment below. Are you ready for another battle in Face Off? Alright everybody, in this episode, the 1990 Night of the Living Dead was a modern telling of a timeless classic, taking on the 2003 remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a film many thought was too taboo to remake. However, it won over a skeptical audience. Most remakes suck, these two didn't. Join us on Face Off. Let's get to it. First on the docket, scary. Well, nowadays zombies are so played out, but 1990 director Tom Savini really hit an eerie feel with this film. The lack of overplayed music and amazing zombies made this film far scarier than the original. Texas, on the other hand, was an all-out assault. The prototypical, I hope this doesn't happen to me, hits hard and hits often. Let's go to the scoreboard. Night of the Living Dead, 7. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 9. Alright, that was a good start for both. Let's go on to the next topic, sexy cast and or content. Well, if it's one thing the Night of the Living Dead wasn't, it was sexy. Despite the odd nude zombie and the very attractive mom in the cellar, this film really lacked in that category. As soon as Jessica Biel signed on, the film took a positive leap into the sexy direction. White tank tops, big boobs, and a cowboy hat for 90 minutes usually does the trick. The guys, they ain't bad either. Neither film really boasted any nudity or quality sex scenes, so with that being said, let's go to the scoreboard. Night of the Living Dead, a horrible 2, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a not much better 6. Both kind of floundered in that one, but next up, filmmaking. Special effects master Tom Savini took on the task of remaking Romero's classic, a man who he idolized. Savini did a really good job, very few noticeable errors, strong flow, good characters. The film maintains its focus from beginning to end. Marcus Nespal had a lot of Texas fans ready to hate on this film. In the end, he proved the trolls wrong. Texas is brutal from the outset and leaves many begging for a break in terror. He understood the hallowed ground and executed it almost to perfection. With that, let's go see how the filmmakers did. Night of the Living Dead, 8. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 8. A deadlock. Alright, next up, the plot. Alright, for Night of the Living Dead, zombies, zombies, zombies. We've seen it before, we'll see it again. This was a straight-ahead zombie film, so zombies. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a family of nutjobs. Okay, you know what, they're remakes, we're not going to delve too hard into this one. With that being said, let's go to the plot scoreline. Night of the Living Dead 5, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 6. Right now we go on to the antagonist, the bad guy, the killer, killers. However you want to say it, this is crucial for a horror film. Well, the dead coming back to life is about as classic horror as it gets. From the original Green Zombie and Frankenstein to The Walking Dead, zombies are awesome. Leatherface is one of the all-time greats, one of the most beloved and iconic horror killers to ever grace the screen. His weapon of choice is a freaking chainsaw. However, he does lose points because it just seems in all his films there's just a few too many weird, wacky family members that really get annoying. This film being no different. And the tally for antagonist is Night of the Living Dead 8, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 8. Alright, one that I critique extremely hard. The kills. Well, getting eaten alive is always awesome for a horror death, but very little is shown in this film. In fact, gunshots and explosions wipe out most of the main characters. Missed opportunity, big time. Texas put gore back on the map in some of the hardest to watch, gore-littered death scenes in this major horror film. The suicide shot, no pun intended, was epic. What did they get? Let's have a look. Night of the Living Dead 5, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 8. Ouch. Every good horror film needs a great setting. Let's see where these line up. Farmhouse will usually win over most setting battles for me, but Night of the Living Dead was perfect. It was a perfect horror setting in a vast farmland with perfect wide shots and beautiful woodsy scenery. it was awesome. While the deep roads of Texas still scare me to this day, the remake setting was a bit rich for me. The house was a freaking mansion. Weren't they supposed to be somewhat inconspicuous? I don't know. I wasn't a fan. Let's go to the board. Night of the Living Dead 8, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4. All right, before we bring this to an end, let's look at the film's endings. Night of the Living Dead ended with a semi-happy ending. Yes, the battle was won, but man, there was a lot of what the hell happens now in this film, which I like. The cheese line at the end, the humans becoming the monsters, was a bit much. I mean, she was almost eaten by zombies, fought the whole night to stay alive, and saw so many people die, and she was already sympathetic. In the end, I almost felt sorry for Leatherface. I mean, I think it was just me, but Texas also ended with a half-hearted sense of accomplishment, but I guess when you think about it, how else could it have played out? All right, let's see how these ended. Night of the Living Dead 7, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 7, a deadlock. All right, after a hard-fought battle, all the categories are lined up. Let's go to the scorecard to see who wins face-off. Night of the Living Dead with a total of 50, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 55, which makes your face-off winner the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 remake. I guess my grandmother's advice was right. Don't fuck with a man who wears human skin and chases you with a chainsaw. Until the next episode of Face Off, don't forget to comment below, did we score it the way you would? And subscribe on all our social feeds. We got a lot more face-offs headed your way. See you soon.